The video, and today we're going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. As you can see, they're 22-34. We are 56-0. So yeah, man, we got 2 more games before we end the March era. So probably want to reach 60% or 69%. I could probably upload 1 more video, then I'll be done for the night. Just want to get this over with, man.
Coming up next, the Pelicans taking on the Lakers. For New Orleans, they are on the road and looking to make a statement win against a top opponent. A win here could turn their season around, and it all happens next. Lakers, Pelicans, and back in a moment for the tip-off. Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Beard. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the league that no one talks about. He said, "I don't need any accolades. I don't like being famous. But for guys to remember how I play defense on them, that respect, that's the only accolade I want. It's fun for me, playing myself to total exhaustion." Kevin?
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Favors.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion at the 4, with Okafor at the 5. And it's Rubio in at the point guard. And for the Lakers, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Kyle Kuzma is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Harris in at the 1.
Well, this season, the Pelicans finally getting themselves their own G League affiliate, the Erie Bayhawks in Pennsylvania. And in 2022, they'll move closer with renovations to the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. And when that's completed, it's really going to help out the young core and the draft picks that have been collected by David Griffin to do some player development. It's going to keep this team competitive for a very long time.
Now, here's Rubio. Okafor kicks to Ingram. 6 to shoot. LeBron with some nice D. And Brett, kind of a musical chair situation for the Bayhawks, the original franchise. This season, moving to College Park, Georgia, to become the Skyhawks.
That's right. That team was affiliated with the Atlanta Hawks, and now the Pelicans take over for the next 3 years in Erie with the new Bayhawks franchise before that move to Alabama in 2022.
And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. LeBron passes to Kuzma. Pelicans pull it in. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
And when you give Kuzma that shot, he is going to let it fly. He is so confident in his mid-range.
Rubio, the pass to Ingram. Back to Rubio. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. And a miss there on the triple. Lakers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And they double up Cousins. Yep, it counts.
Just great touch from the mid-range from Boogie there. Confidence to pull the trigger. He's open just enough and knocks it down.
Rubio taking his time here. Now Okafor. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Rubio misses.
So far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
James. And the Lakers tack on 2 more. Halfway through the season, Brent, as a team, are you still discovering new ways to win?
Yeah, I would say if you had a set of encyclopedias, when you get to around January, you should be in the MN section, Kevin. So, do people know what encyclopedias are?
I can picture in my mind. I know exactly what you're saying.
So from that point on in the season, you have a great foundation to build on, and there's a lot of things that you can do. They are just slight wrinkles to what it is you already do, and that's the great thing for coaches, is to challenge the players to see how far through that encyclopedia we can go. What letter could we get to in the alphabet by the end of the year?
And here are the Pelicans now, following the 3 by the Lakers. Holiday, the pass to Okafor. To halt the run. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Here's Harris. He had 16 points in the win against Boston.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him. Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Ingram finds Okafor. Again, the Pelicans score.
Ooh, that's a great matchup for him, just because of the size difference right there. He makes that mid-range shot with a very high percentage.
That bucket in no time at all. Green's got 8 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
Well, you have to be able to use the three-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. And in that game, it was just not there for him.
Substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Cousins. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for LeBron. Bradley's checked in for Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Harris. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Okafor. Favors comes in for Williamson. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Here's Caldwell-Pope after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. Back to Caldwell-Pope. It's up a 3. That shot misses. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Redick against Bradley. And Redick, here we go. Softly drops in the floater.
That's a smart play by J.J. Redick. He knows the D has no shot at blocking that floater.
And perimeter shooting never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
Now here's Hayes. After the miss from Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Redick against Bradley. It's stolen by Bradley. For 3, Caldwell-Pope drills the three-pointer.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Pelicans trail by 10. Here's Hart. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside, Redick. Pass to Rubio. 4 on the clock. Back to Redick. The 3. from beyond the arc. Reddick's got 5.
Well, the poise of Reddick showing up there, keeping his eye on the rim, and maybe one eye on the shot clock.
The drive by Rondo. Here's Kuzma. Pelicans pull it in.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. All going up court. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. For those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, it's the kind of thing that happens.
Lakers leading by 7. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for New Orleans right now, J.J. Redick is out there with Hart. Then it's Miller. Then there's Favors. And it's Hayes in at the 5. Now here is Miller. Following the miss by Kyle Kuzma. Passes it to Hart. Hayes with it. McGee's there. And Hayes kicks to Hart. Takes the 3. Not going to go that time. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. For 3, Caldwell Pope buries the long-range jumper. Caldwell Pope's got the first basket of the second quarter for Los Angeles. Pass to Hart. Over to the wing. Here's Favors. Miller outside. There's the pass to Redick. Up top, Favors, guarded by Bradley. Miller, that's for 2. Kuzma pulls it in. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Lakers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, that's a good job by Avery Bradley, recognizing that he had an open teammate and get it to him in a good position.
Here's Miller after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Redick with the bucket.
That's pretty much not how they defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent. But some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization that help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most, and that is your job on the floor. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources. Teams are trying to get in there and impact guys at a young age to make sure that, as you said, that noise is not part of their beginning part of their career.
Don't make it a distraction. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for JaVale McGee. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Green is checked in for Bradley. And Harris subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Now, here's Cousins. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Here's Alexander Walker. Fires Here's for three. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
For three, Caldwell Pope connects from three-point range. Caldwell Pope's got 6 here in this quarter.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his space when he's spotting up from distance.
Okafor, the pass to Holiday. Pass to Williamson. No good on that one. And the Lakers will go the other way with it.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Now, here is Miller. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Holiday. Lakers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instinct. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Harris. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Ingram's checked in. Pelicans trail by 14. Outside Holiday. Ball's knocked loose. Harris passes it to LeBron. And James throws it down.
All right, the coaches are going to ask you to stay in front of LeBron James, but seriously, you want to get in front of that?
New Orleans has gone 2 or 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. It's Ingram on the wing. New Orleans moving it around. And the dunk by Williamson.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Harris against Howard. And the rejection by Cousins.
So important for Cousins to continue to develop that defensive awareness. I like to see him showing off some of that shot blocking ability.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. Bradley comes in for Green. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. Redick passes to Hayes. Redick against Bradley. Rubio misses. Lakers leading by 17. And it's Bradley. That time on the assist by Cousins.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside, Redick. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of the game. And again, no good by New Orleans. And here's the Lakers. They're on a 17-7 run. Little turnaround and another basket for the Lakers.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And you can learn a lot about rebounding by watching this guy. Look at the...
Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim. That time on display.
Redick surveying the D. From past the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Redick's got 11 points. Gets it off. He can't get it to go. And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. KCP, a great first half of play with the scoring. What did you see from them defensively that allowed you to be effective?
I just took what they gave me. I took what they gave me, and I just knocked them down.
Hey, KCP, thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all about the Lakers as the game got going. Their exceptional focus and all-around execution immediately triggered a 15-4 run at the start. As the first quarter came to a close, they saw that early lead disappear. Tie game at the end of one. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play. Helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
I love how they opened the game. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a track meet. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster. Without major improvement defensively, this game is OVA. Over.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. One guy who's been getting it done is Danny Green.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Harrison at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Now Cousins, following Drew Holiday's 3-point attempt, wasted no time on that one. Cousins has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Lakers. James against Ingram. Okafor up top. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
Now here's Green. 11 points in the game. A 3-ball. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Holiday against Kuzma. Shoots. Misses off the left iron. And Greg, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from 3. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
And the Pelicans with possession here. following the bucket by the Lakers. It's good. Okafor's got 6.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
Sinks the triple.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Now here is Holiday. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Misses the wing chip.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Got that one up quick.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And the rejection by Cousins. Here are the Lakers with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here, good pace. And finished off by LeBron.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Now, here's Rubio. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Inside, here's Williamson. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Harris with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Here's Kuzma. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 6 points for Kyle Kuzma.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Okafor. 6 points for him. No good that time.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. Sometimes I like to see them getting after a little bit.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop. And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
James has a 2-pointer. Drops one in from the wing. James has got 6 here in this quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Holiday against Kuzma. And Holiday kicks to Rubio. Passes to Ingram. Harris on the double team. From the baseline. And it's Ingram missing.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
That's good from Harris on the assist by Kuzma. Kuzma's got 3 assists tonight.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Now here is Holiday. Okafor trying to get open. Sinks that one from the post. Holiday's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, nice work from Drew Holiday to get close, but it was his length that allowed him to get that shot over the D.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And so it's Los Angeles, sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. Barring a disaster, it would appear they've got this game in the bag. back right after this. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. So for New Orleans right now, Hart is out there with Miller. And there's Jackson, and it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard position. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league. The body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting. For three, Caldwell Pope. The long distance three is there.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Jackson in the corner. Three-pointer. And the Pelicans miss again. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Rondo can't get it to go. The Pelicans have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Rondo against Jackson. Dishes to Hayes. Shoots over Dudley. Hayes, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Dudley kicks to Rondo. Latrey, a three-pointer is right on target.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Hayes up top. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never, the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to like, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I try to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you?
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
Daniels, no good. New Orleans has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And here's Bradley from 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
The Pelicans have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. Cook, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And the Pelicans also making a change. Derek Favors checked in for Hayes. Pass to Alexander Walker. Outside Williams. Clock at 6. The pass to Alexander Walker. From deep. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Cook. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Outside Jackson. Favors dishes to Jackson. Well, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. They've got a 13-2 run goal. Dudley's shot is good.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Miller, no luck.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players react. You just, oh man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
New Orleans has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
Dudley's shot is good.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Pass to Alexander Walker to end the cold streak. Rebounded by Dudley. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Hits it from three-point range.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.
Alright guys, so we won against the New Orleans Pelicans. We're going up against the Golden State Warriors. So that'll be one more gameplay, so that will be against the Warriors. But yeah, man, we got our last game against the Grizzlies, so I'm gonna make the Warriors game right after this video. So stay tuned for that. Y'all don't want to miss out. I appreciate everybody that's been watching my videos. Y'all don't know how much it means to me about watching my videos. It's really important for myself to keep consistently making videos on YouTube. So thank you guys for my subscribers, my audiences, anybody that come through that's bored and want to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. And yeah, man, we're going to get to Golden State Warriors next episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe.